Hello YouTube, hello all community members. Thank you for checking in. Today is the last day of 2023, which means it's the 31st of December. I was close to say January, but wow, time really flies. I got really good response from yesterday's video, and I've also learned from my mistake making that video. I have better lighting now, so you can see my face. The first Q&A driving video was too dark, so I'm really sorry about that. So here we have the bus. I just took it from my colleague, since we're swapping buses now. It's the new thing. So here I have my driver's card. I don't know if I want to show too much details, but it has like a chip on the backside. We have the card printer here, or card reader. I insert my card. I hope you can see this. I insert it. And now it's saying my last name. The last time I took out the card, and it says data, okay. And I can see the previous day I took out the card. I see that all the information is correct. My starting country is Sweden, S, okay. I'm confirming all the details, yes. And it says I'm ready to drive. That's good. And here we have the ticket machine. I'm just gonna log out. And also in this bus, I see that our card terminal is not working as it should, so we have a blue plastic bag over it. So I'm just gonna keep it there, and like that. So now we have extra lighting in here, as always. Make sure the bus is clean, so we throw this in the garbage. And I hope my English has improved from my previous Q&A video. I sounded like a schmuck in that. But anyway, I hope you can understand me. Barely I can understand myself. Okay, so here we have... I'm gonna turn on some lighting in here. Like that. We're gonna start the engine with the key. And also, never drink and drive. So here we have the Alco test thing. So I'm just gonna blow in it. I might look silly, but gotta do it. And it should be okay because I'm not drinking. Yeah, test okay. We put it there back where it belongs. Great. I'm just gonna run some heating, remove some moist, extra fan in the back. So here we have the green card, or the sales card. So here it looks like this. I hope you can see it. And I'm just gonna log into the system right now. So I'm just gonna, and there's my colleague waving. Super happy as always. You should be happy because you're driving the bus and you love it. Good vibes. And yeah, as you see, the car terminal is offline, so it says error, but we're gonna continue. Okay. So what's the mission today? Right now I'm just gonna see my fuel. This bus has 42% fuel, or gas. So I'm gonna drive into the city and gas up. I need fuel, you know, can't work without fuel. And lucky me, my colleague and I, the previous colleague who drove this bus is almost the same height as me. Maybe we have to adjust some mirrors. And I first of all turn off that lane assist. I don't like it because it makes all crazy noises and it scares people. I don't want that. I don't want crazy noise in the bus. I just want good noise in the bus. We can turn off that because we have good lighting, and it's gonna get better lighting as the time goes on or goes by. And the bus looks really clean. I'm not gonna touch the camera. I have good position of the camera right now, but my previous colleague have taken really good care of this bus. I see all the seats, the floor, everything looks really clean. Also the dashboard here, everything looks super clean. I'm not touching that. So let's start by sitting in the chair. Maybe we have to adjust something. I don't know. I like the seat. I'm not touching that. The mirror position is amazing, phenomenal. Damn. I'm lucky. I don't have to touch the mirrors. They're perfectly for me. So I don't know how much I can show you guys, but because of my employee, because I don't want to lose my job. But maybe you can see this, maybe you can't, but here's the schedule for today. So we're driving to the city, and around 11:15 we are going to from Lessebo to Kosta. Kosta is a super amazing place. It's like an outlet shopping center. People go there to eat, shop, and just, you know, visit the hotels or spa or whatever. It's always a lot of stuff going on there. So we have logged into the system. I'm just gonna change my display here so it says something fun instead of not in service, which is boring. I mean, it's Happy New Year today, so we are using Happy New Year. That little extra. Yes. Let's go to the city. We have that. I've turned off that. I have enabled that. Yes, I have some fans going also. I hope it doesn't disturb with the noise or the sound of this video. And one cool thing about this Scania is, you see all the lighting is on, but as soon as I start driving, it's gonna, we have to pop into drive also. As soon as I start driving, the lights should, oh yeah, sorry. Now the lights should go off. So let's go. So here are my cool colleagues. They are waiting to go to Kosta. That's 220. It goes from Lessebo to Kosta. Me, I'm going to the city. And up there you can probably see two buses, so that's my colleagues as well. One goes to Växjö, the other one goes to Skruv. Skruv is like a small village in Kronobergs län. I think the population is like 500 or something, not much, maybe 1,000. And here we have to stop for this car because in Sweden we have something called the right rule or högerregeln. So I'm stopping and he says thank you, so we continue. We don't want any tickets from the police. That's the last thing I want. Just follow the traffic rules and everybody's happy, and let's go. And in front of us we have this big church here in Lessebo. Really beautiful, but I've never visited. Let's see. And it might be very calm on the roads today because it's holiday season, of course, so a lot of people, they stay home. Of course people work as well. And let's see, so I don't crush any mirrors or anything here. Woo, it's super tight, but it's manageable. And there's my colleague. He's been in the bus game for almost 40 plus years. He's the GOAT. that's something amazing with the old bus drivers. You can learn so much just by talking to them, asking them questions. But the funny thing is that when we swapped from the old combustion HVO or diesel buses, these old colleagues, I don't want to say old, but yeah, they're old, but they started asking me questions because I'm young, and they started to ask me questions and stuff, and I was happy to teach them because they have taught me so much. So now it was my time to teach them. But we all teach each other. I mean, this gas bus is very new to us. Oof, we have a truck here, we got trees, we got all kinds of stuff popping up here. Very tight road. Especially when I drive the double decker, it scares me sometimes when these big trucks come, you know. Most of the truck drivers, I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest, you gotta be careful out there. Instead of pushing out more to the right side and give more space, most of you intend to push more to the left side, making me almost break my mirrors into trees or fences or, yeah, lucky I haven't done it, but I don't want to be that guy, you know. And it feels awkward not to pick up people because I'm used to, like, you know, turn into the bus lane and just pick them up, but now I'm not in service. I need to go and get some gas so we can drive. So, but my colleague is gonna pick them up, as you saw. He's yeah, he gets them. And this drive is now we're going from Lessebo, which is my, what do you say, my bus start location. That's where I'm positioned at. But now I'm going to the city because we don't have any biogas pump in our own little village or town yet. We have spoken to the gas company and they have already bought land in Lessebo, so they are preparing to build a gas pump for us. But we need more, not just us, but they want to see more biogas vehicles in Lessebo before they start building it. Right now there's like 12 or 13 biogas vehicles stationed in Lessebo, and as soon as we get 20 biogas vehicles, then this biogas company will start building their pump. Because now when we drive from Lessebo to Växjö or from Växjö to Lessebo, we are burning around 5, 10, maybe sometimes 15% gas just to go there and fuel up, and then it's the same back. So it's not sustainable if you ask me. And I'm just happy that the biogas company has plans to build their next pump in our town as soon as we reach 20 vehicles. So here's the speed limit, 70. Don't want to go above that. Don't need ticket. I don't want that ticket. So we're keeping it 70. They're very sensitive, these cameras. Don't want to get very expensive photograph for New Year, you see? I don't like that. Also, very beautiful lake. You can see the ice starting to melt up. It's like 5 degrees plus Celsius here right now. And that's actually one part I love about living in south. I used to live in the north of Sweden. Really cold, like a lot of snow. You have summer for what, like 2-3 months, and then it's back to, you know, snow, ice cold. It's okay. You get used to it, but as a person, I've always loved living in the warmer climates. So, you know, moving from north down to south of Sweden was a perfect choice for me and my wife. So we're super happy about it. Okay, you get the rainy here, you get, yeah, it's a lot darker down here during like autumn and winter. But I mean, get by, but you get compensated with like tropical heat during summer, and during spring and summer and mid autumn you get, it's really hot here. Like you can walk in, I mean, almost like you're walking naked because you're sweating so much. So well, I don't recommend people walking naked in the city. I'm just saying it's too hot. It's really warm. I love it. And you get that nice suntan also, so you don't look white and sick. So this video, to be honest, I'm just gonna speak about almost anything. And if you have any questions or anything you want to know about this, maybe this new bus or the new company I work for, or anything, I mean, it can be private stuff as well. Yeah, also I had a question from a person. He sent me a question. He said, the bus, is it automatic? Yeah, this bus is automatic, but you can switch from automatic. You have a button here on the right side where the extra brake is. We call it retarder. Not retard, it's called retarder. We have a button. You can switch between manual and automatic, but you don't have a clutch in this, so it clutches automatic for you. And if you want to switch gear, you just use this this thing here. You push it up to shift up, and you push it down to shift down. But I'm just gonna keep it in automatic. And he also asked me, what do you drive in private? I drive a Toyota Corolla from 2004. It's a 5-gear manual car. And yes, I drive manual with one hand. It's no problem. I have a healthy right hand for my shift, for the shift selector, and then I have 2 healthy legs, one for the clutch and the right leg foot for the brake and gas or throttle, or how you pronounce it. So yeah, I drive manual private. I also drive some manual bus. It's fun. But I love to just drive this bus in automatic, you know, let it handle this stuff itself. But if it's really snowy or I get stuck, of course I'm gonna pop into like 3rd gear or something, you know, 2nd or 3rd gear, and you know, use all the built-in equipment in this bus to release myself if I get stuck. So now it's starting to rain like crazy here, which is good. I mean, it removes majority of the snow. And now I'm just gonna free fall down this hill here, so I'm just coasting, not wasting any fuel. It's all about that eco driving stuff. You know, that's what I do with my private car as well. I try to be as fuel efficient as possible, because you want to save money, but you also you don't want to destroy the environment. Wow, it's starting to rain really crazy now. This is gonna be fun. I love this. So also I'm thinking about maybe for a future video, maybe show you how we fuel the biogas. I mean, how the process is going. I mean, it's like a regular gas station, gas pump. It looks, but the connection from the gas pump to the bus, it's a little bit different. You have like an on-off switch, and then you just press start, and it starts to fuel up with gas. Very simple, but as I mentioned in the previous video, when you fuel in biogas, you know, the first time I did it, I thought it was gonna go quick, you know, like 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes maximum. But first time it took like 15 or 17 minutes. I was like, is this for real? Like, seriously? You can always cancel when you pump. You don't have to pump like 100% gas. You can you're in a rush and you just need to top up maybe 20-25%, you can press. You have two buttons. The green is for start when you want to start fueling gas, and you have a red button where you can just cancel. So, but if I go and fuel up, I always try to aim for 100%. I mean, sometimes the time doesn't allow me, so I have to cancel the pump at maybe 60-70%. Then I drive and then I go back and try to fuel up. So when my colleague gets the bus, he has 100% at least gas and a clean bus. So we gotta help each other, you know, to make sure everything just runs smoothly like a club. And the old buses we drove before, the Mercedes buses that you have seen me drive. If you have watched my YouTube channel for a while, you've seen me drive Mercedes Integral multiple axle bus. Those buses, they could only, the speed limit on those buses were, we could only go up to like 92 kilometers per hour. And why they did that, because normal, you should be able to push at least 100 kilometers per hour. So they did that to save fuel. That's smart, but also not, you know, so people get caught on speed cameras. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But this new buses that I'm driving right now, we can push 100 kilometers per hour, and when you drive, it feels like you're sitting in a train. It's just like, yeah, it feels like you're sitting in a rocket. It's amazing. You can feel the engine is working. It's so powerful. As I mentioned, it's not gonna be a lot of traffic today. It's gonna be very, very calm. As I said, people are home. Majority of people are home. You know, since it's the last day of the year, so it's holidays, but you know, the buses and trains and all services in the society has to function. And yeah, a new day, new opportunity. I'm also thinking about bringing you on, this is for future videos, bringing you on when like a full day, you know. I show some clip when I fuel. I show some clip when I'm, you know, maintaining the vehicle, like cleaning it, making sure it's clean, and just maybe have a little, you know, talk with you guys as well. So I include you, not like a full day, you know. You see me like other YouTubers, you see my alarm go off at like 4 a.m. You see me brush my teeth. Like, who wants to see that? You see me eat my garbage sandwich or something for breakfast. I'm not gonna show that. That's not the content I want to show you. I just want to maybe show you like a full day, but from the bus, you know, inside the bus. You know, cleaning the vehicle, pumping fuel, driving maybe from location A to B, and just, you know. And I'm also thinking about maybe doing like a live session, but the problem with doing YouTube live is maybe it's my phone, because I use my phone to record all my videos. But when you do YouTube live, it's so zoomed in, the angle or the video, so you don't see anything. And I'm looking at other equipment to improve the channel and the content and the quality of stuff. So I'm thinking about also starting to make some YouTube live videos. Also maybe do some more shorts videos, because I've got really good response on them. And also, if you've noticed, I was bored this was way back, so I made this bus quiz. It's a quiz just to test your bus knowledge. It gets released every day. I release a new quiz every day, and it's like a 10-15 second long video, short video, sorry, not long, 15 seconds, it's short. And I mean, it's a new question every day. You have like 3-4 you have one question and 4 answers, and only one is correct. And yeah, check it out. And also I have just some you know, fun bus facts, also short videos dropping every day. Because I just don't want to show this. I want to try to experiment with other kinds of content as well. And there I see my colleague driving the double-decker. I'm just gonna, let's see if yeah, he's on. So we are like around 10 minutes away from the city. My next shift starts in like 1.5 hours, so we have plenty of time to fuel up and go back to Lessebo, so we can continue the shift. From Lessebo we're driving to Kosta, as I mentioned earlier. So, and I'm also gonna call our traffic management today and see if they have extra shifts, because I love driving bus. And every day when I park the bus to go home, I always get sad because I want to drive more. There's no better feeling in the world than driving the bus. It's truly amazing. I feel fortunate to be able to drive bus, because I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but of course I haven't mentioned it. I just started this Q&A videos, but when I applied for the bus school, my teachers, they've never seen anybody with one hand, you know, applying for bus, and they was a bit skeptical at first. They were like, are you able to handle this? I mean, it's a big vehicle you're gonna drive. You're gonna have I mean, almost like, it depends on the bus size, but you're gonna have 80 plus passengers in your bus. It's gonna be stressful. And I was like, don't worry, like, I drive manual car. It's like, well, it doesn't matter if you drive manual car. And here's 70, so we're gonna lower the speed anyway. But the education was 6 months, and the more, I mean, I had no problems with the bus. I mean, I remember my first day I drove bus for the first time. It was, I remember it like yesterday. That was a game changer in my mind. Like, I was like, this is amazing. I want to do this for the rest of my life. And after that, my bus teachers, they were like, well, this is no problems. I mean, you handle everything perfectly. And also, you know, like, we humans, the more you do something, the better you get, of course. I mean, I learn something new every day. And I hope I never stop learning every day, because life is all about learning, and we are all teachers. Sometimes, you know, I speak a lot with my passengers when they sit next to me here on my right side. You can't see it on the screen, but we have front seat here. And I love when they share stories, because I get to know so much more about what they do, or their professions, and you know, I just love this bus driving job. You know, you learn so much, not just about bus driving. You learn more about humans, human psychology, you know, like traffic psychology, because I mean, you're on the roads all the time, so you learn how to read other passengers and their behavior, and you become like an AI computer. You know, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that to brag, but you get so, yeah, I mean, you spend majority of your day on the road all the time, so you get really good at what you do. And now, as I said, I've been driving both in bus school and now professional for 1 year, and I feel I'm improving every day, which is good. I never want to stop improve. And yeah, now it's only like 5-6 minutes left before we're in the city. We're not gonna see so much of the city because there's a roundabout. You've seen it before when I go to the city, and here's one of my colleagues waving. So in the roundabout I usually go straight, which is like, it's the second exit if you want to be correct. Yeah, that's the ambulance. Gotta show them respect, gotta show them love, taking care of us when we need them. So yeah, back to the topic. So in this big roundabout in the city, Växjö, we're gonna go the third exit. Usually we go the second exit and straight down to the city. We're not gonna do that today because I have no business in the city except for fueling up some gas. And maybe you can see this now, right? Look, you see this orange? I love this thing. It just, of course I'm checking my mirrors, but I love the sensors on the Scania buses. It tells me that, okay, something is coming up to your left or your right side, if there's something on your right side, of course. And now I'm just gonna slow down because I'm gonna have some build up here. I don't want to be up in their ass. Sorry for cursing. But you know, it's all about keeping that good distance. I don't want to be all over the place here. And we have another one coming in here, and he wants to squeeze in here as well, so give him some space because he's not gonna manage. And we have another one, so let's just ease off the throttle here, give them some space. We're not in a rush, so I'm not gonna, you know, go crazy here. I usually try to keep at least 3 or 4 car lengths distance between me and the last car here. Don't want to be too close because, you know, stopping a bus requires more distance and braking, you know. I mean, of course I can push the brake to the bottom, but I don't want to scare people behind me. And also I don't want to waste brake. Since we have this retarder on this shift here to my right, so when I push it down we have like 5 steps, so the more you push it down, the more engine braking you get, so you don't wear out your brake pads on the bus. And of course I use the foot brake, but it's very unusual. Of course I use it, but not so much. I always use this. And a beautiful thing with the Scania bus here is that you have there's a small flip here, you can't see it on camera, but we have a switch here, and I can have automatic retarder as well. When I use the foot brake, it's gonna use the retarder as well. So, but what I do is I mainly use this 100%, and then for the last bit I use the foot brake to activate this automatic retarder again. So, and doing this, you save a lot of brake pads, and you don't wear them out. So we want to keep these buses rolling as in as best shape possible. We don't want to wear out stuff, we don't want to damage stuff. I'm not saying that you're damaging the bus by doing that, but you don't want to wear out the brake pads for no reason. You just want to use this retarder here. As you see, you can maybe hear, you can hear this engine sound. It's just engine braking. And it's 70 here. I'm driving like 67 kilometers per hour, and it's a downhill here. And remember this computer to my right here? It's recording everything I do, how much I brake, coasting, etc. And now we've been free coasting without using any gas for almost 700 meters. And yeah, and we're gonna do the third exit, so I'm just gonna pop on my blinkers again, using the retarder now. You see me here. I don't use any foot brake now. We don't want to wear out any brake pads. It's 50 on this road here. I just engine brake by using the retarder, which is, you know, it's so smooth. You don't need to, you know, go crazy on the foot brake here. And also, the passengers, they appreciate this much more than using the foot brake, because it gets so harsh. And you know, you always want, you know, the main goal, for me at least, is to give the passengers a smooth ride, you know, a ride that they can remember, saying, oh, that's the passenger who, that's the driver who gave me this awesome ride. And I don't want to like go bananas on the brakes and stuff. I just want to make the ride so smooth. I mean, it's my duty to make sure that people arrive safe, but also in time. And I mean, I can control the vehicle, but I cannot control the traffic outside the bus. So that's also one cool thing about being a bus driver, is that your schedule is very alive. Even if it says you're driving from A to B from this time, anything can change. I mean, you can have a car with the engine stop here, or engine failure here, or you can have a big truck trying to reverse here, or maybe some tree have fallen down on the road. So the bus schedule is very alive. And also I have to remember it's 70 kilometers per hour on this road here. And down here to my right we have two depots here, bus depots here in the city of Växjö. So to my right we have it's called Grimslövs depot, and this is at Kvarnvägen. We have the so there we have a bus depot, and then we also have one it's in the city. It's called Hammerdalsvägen, and that's where the city buses are located. They go back there to park and to take their buses. And we're gonna fuel some gas now, so we're going to a place called Ekeberg. So we're gonna push right, left. Sorry. So we're going to the left, and we're using only the retarder. I'm not foot braking anything because we don't want to. And now I just want that smooth before turning. And now for the last, I'm gonna use some foot brake combined with this automatic retarder. Smooth turn, and here it's 40. So maybe you've never seen a biogas station. They're very unique. I've learned that it's only here in Sweden that we use this. Maybe some other EU country, but Sweden, we dominate with this. And I think this is the future, if you ask me. And one guy is there, so I have to take the other pump. So we're gonna use the other pump. I'm just gonna take out this turn here, so we have plenty of space. See, I think I have to reverse as well. I put on this, and just carefully I start to rotate myself. That's one negative thing about this fuel pumps. The hose, or yeah, it's very short, so you gotta mix and tricks and go all over the place here. So I'm just gonna go out and connect the hose and, you know, pay for the stuff. And before we do that, we also have to make sure that the extra heater is off, otherwise we're gonna have some major problems. Also, I have to use the handbrake, so we're securing the engine of the vehicle. Also, I'm just gonna push this little guy to go into rest because I don't want that. I'm turning off the wipers as well, so they're not annoying. And the code, you cannot see the code, but yeah, the code is. So I'm just gonna go out and fuel. I'll come back in a second. Let me see. I need a card. The fuel is not free. So we have all the good stuff in here. I will be showing you. I don't know how much, as I said before in the start of this video, I don't know how much I can show. I don't want to piss off my new employee. I don't want to. Yeah, I want to be. I want to be very cautious, but I also want to show you and share my experiences with you. But yeah, less talking. Let's go out and fuel. I come back. Could be a good thing to open the door as well. That went very smooth. I'm just gonna put back the card so we don't lose it. Otherwise, me or my colleagues will have major problems if we need to fuel up. So the card is back. I'm putting the paperwork folder down there. So I'm just gonna close this one. So yeah. Now we're fueling. The extra heater is off. Clicking OK. And now we have. Just gonna turn the steering. So now we have 46% gas. We had 44 before. So 2% more now. I'm turning off that. I'm turning off that. Also I use this. I'm gonna shut off all that stuff. When you fuel gas, biogas, it's very noisy, takes time, and 1 kilogram of gas right now is almost 29.90 Swedish crowns, so almost 30 Swedish crowns for 1 kilo of gas. And right now I have fueled for 25 kilos, which is like 760 crowns. It's almost like 75 bucks or something. I don't know the exact conversion rates here, but yeah. And we will be fueling for around almost $350, $400, which is like 3,500, 4,000 Swedish crowns. And now we have 55% gas. I'm gonna put myself into 0. just gonna shut off the engines and stuff. Just to make it less noisy for you guys, so you can pick up the noises, because it's gonna get noisier with this fueling. When it's like 10% left or something, you're gonna notice it's gonna sound very, very harsh. The first time I was fueling biogas, I almost shit my pants, because I was like, it sounds like it's about to explode. but so I was like, I was not sitting in the bus comfortable like I do now. I was standing like 12-15 meters away from the station and the bus, in case if something exploded. But it's very common that it makes these crazy noises, especially when it's cold outside. Oh my god, you get like air damages from that. You can hear now. It starts to increase the noise level. Now we have fuel for $150, which is around 1,500 crowns, Swedish crowns. We have fuel 50 kilos of gas, 51 kilos. As you notice, the noise just keeps increasing. But I figured you can come with me here from Lessebo to Växjö to fuel up, and then we go back. So you are on the full experience of going from the small village to the big city, and from the big city back to the small village. And also, if you have any ideas for future video content, etc., please let me know. Like, just, you know, send me email, or, you know, comment below on this video. I'm more than happy to, you know, make content for you guys. Like, I really love this YouTube stuff. It's really fun because you connect with so much people around the world. People also working with buses, or truck drivers, or people just, you know, people who just love buses. Like, it's, or just, I mean, it's so amazing. It's so powerful with this YouTube stuff. You can connect with people all over the place. Now we fuel for $200, 2,000 Swedish crowns. We have 66 kilos of gas in the tank now. I'm just looking at the meter here. And today we're gonna be driving a lot from Lessebo to Kosta, from Kosta to Lessebo, back and forth, and then we're gonna go to Skruv, this small village. I mean, Kosta is also a small village, but Skruv is is way smaller population and stuff. So we're going there, and then I end my shift at 7 p.m. tonight. I don't know how much I can record because I was stupid and forgot my charge cable, my USB cable at home. I normally have it with me in my backpack. Yeah, also we got this backpack from our new company we work for. It says Connect Bus. It's a small bag. I love it because it doesn't take up so much space. I can just tuck it in here on my right side. I have my water bottle, my sunglasses, extra glove if this gets dirty or wet or damaged. I have a backup glove there. As you see, maybe you can't see, but it says Pro Workwear. These are from the maintenance merchandise store called Jula. Very good. I love them. They had this silicone, or yeah, it's like yeah, something. It's really good. It gives me really good grip. And wow, we have fuel for happy I'm not paying this paying this bill. Like I would go bankrupt in a second. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, like with all our buses we have in our station, every day we fuel for around $4,000 to $5,000 every day. That's a $500,000 Swedish crowns in just 10 days that we're fueling for. I'm happy I'm not paying those bills because, as I said, I would have to file for personal bankruptcy. And yeah, something I won't say negative about this Scania bus, but when you shut off the engine and you shut it and you want to turn the ignition off and you want to turn it on again, everything resets here. So I have to like re-click everything I want to disable or enable. That is something I don't like that. I hope they can improve that in the future, that it maybe saves in a backup memory for like 30 minutes or something. That, you know, all the settings I had before I shut off the engine, maybe when I turn off the ignition, when I turn the ignition on again, the same settings should go back up again. So I don't have to re-click everything. But okay, it takes like what, 10 seconds. But anyway, that would be nice. So now we are almost close to 100 kilos in the tank. This biogas thing is actually very popular here in Kronoberg, Småland, because you see you saw maybe that white car coming here. There's so many private cars or company cars. Everybody is turning into like green fuel or, you know, pure power or whatever you call it these days. So it's I mean, the demand is there, it's just the supply. They need to build more gas pumps in our county because it's not sustainable, as I said before, for us to go from Lessebo to Växjö city just to fuel gas and then go back. It's not sustainable. And as I said, we've spoken to the CEO of this company, and they're just waiting for, like, I think it was like 7 or 8 more you know, biogas CNG engines vehicles to pop up in our little village, and it costs like 12 million Swedish crowns to invest and build one of these pumps stations. So it's like, I would say almost $1.2 million just to build something like this. I mean, they have the money, of course. I mean, they make, just from us, from our small depot in Lessebo, they make around 500,000 Swedish crowns just just in 10 days. So I mean, the money is there. And also in the whole Kronoberg, because now we switched from HVO and these, we still have some HVO buses, we still have them, but we have more now than we used to have. And now we have like 127 new biogas buses in the whole county, and in our depot in Lessebo we have five biogas buses, and soon we're gonna get the new double-deckers from Setra as well. I'm really looking forward. I have been test driving the Setra double-decker, the new one that we're gonna get, but we haven't received them yet because the manufacturer, you know, they're still waiting for the orders. They're still waiting to be able to deliver the new buses. So I think it has with this crisis the whole world was facing, with spare parts and parts missing, and you know some manufacturers and some companies don't have that thing in stock, so we have to wait. But I reckon we will have to wait maybe 4 or 5 months before we get the new double-deckers, and I hope it has a good place for my mobile mount, so I can mount my camera in the new double-deckers, because to mount in this new Scania buses, it is a little challenge, not because I only have one hand, but you have to find a good spot to put the mount on behind me so you can also see everything, because that's the whole point of making these videos, for you guys, so you can see what I see from my front windshield, or whatever you say, front glass here. Now we have fuel for $360. We have 120 kilos in the tank. Wow, this is expensive. As I said, I would not financially make it if I had to pay this myself. So I'm lucky we have this card that we can just use. Not use it because it's fun to use, but use it because we need it. And also Connect Bus, they are located, Connect Bus is the company I work for now. I used to work for a company called Niels Bus before, but on the 10th of December, everyone who drives line traffic, or however you call it, moved over to Connect Bus here in Kronobergs län. I really like the company. It's a big company, so if, let's say, I want to move to another part of Sweden and they are located there, then I can just, automatically get transferred. I don't have to apply for a new job and, all that circus. And they really, to be honest, they care about us, to be honest. They really do. It's a big organization. It's a big company, of course. They have thousands of employees. Everything from bus mechanics, to bus drivers, to administration, people working in the office. And they co-work with Länstrafiken, which is the company. I work for Connect Bus, and Connect Bus, they work for Länstrafiken, because Länstrafiken is the one who orders all the traffic, making sure that the buses, they go from A to B and stuff like that. And Connect Bus then invoices Länstrafiken for all fuel and all the miles we drive, and etc., etc. So we also can get paid for our jobs. And there is a place here in Kronoberg called Alvesta, and I really like what that community, if you say that, Alvesta community did. Now you have free bus. You can just, you don't have to pay for the bus. You already pay for it by paying the tax every month. And I think that's one thing that we should have for the rest of Kronobergs län, because it would make we would have more traffic, and it would be free to ride the bus. So, and it would be very beneficial for the whole the whole county, instead of having traffic jams and traffic stop here and there. We would have more passengers in the bus. I'm not saying we don't have passengers. We have a lot of passengers in the bus now. But we would have more buses. Now we have fuel for $400. We have 135 kilos in the tank. We would have so much more passengers because it would be free. And maybe the buses, they could run 24/7. Because it would make it more attractive for people to just leave their car at home and go with the bus or train for free. So that's one thing I really hope. I don't mind, paying that tax, even if I don't ride the bus myself. I drive the bus because the schedules I have, and it doesn't go up with the schedules, because many times I drive the first route in the morning, so I have to be first at my job before I can take people to their jobs, you see. So right now it's I wouldn't say impossible, but I can take the train to my job, but then I have to wait for like 8 hours before my shift starts, so that's not sustainable for me. But if they were able to make traffic go more often and 24/7, I would 100% go with the bus to my job. Take the bus ride to my job every morning or every evening or whatever I start. And since I would be paying that tax to get free bus ride, I mean that would be awesome. Because of course it's not free, because in the end of the day or end of the month you're still paying that tax so we can afford this, everybody. To be honest, I was expecting the gas pump to be more noisy. Maybe it's because I'm lucky, because I'm filming and have you guys here. It makes some noises, but it's not that crazy as it usually is. So now we have 144 kilos in the tank. It's $430 right now. I hope the gas price goes down, because it was cheaper from what I understand and heard. Right now it's almost $3 for 1 kilo. From what I heard, it was like $2 before. But for a couple of months ago back, since Sweden is part of EU, and Sweden is very unique with this fuel biogas thing, they kind of punished us, saying no, you have to pay more in tax, blah blah blah, which is ridiculous. Like, we're doing this, you know, to save the environment, but also make things more environment friendly. One cool thing about this gas pump, now it's finished, and you have this orange light blinking telling you it's okay. So I'm just gonna go out and yeah, connect everything back to its place. See you in a second. So that went smooth, and the total bill, so we have 146 kilos of pure biogas in the bus. The price is 29.90 Swedish crowns per kilo, and the total amount is 4,369 crowns. I would say roughly $437. Could be less, could be more, but yeah, I don't know the conversion rates. So we're just gonna start the engine, safety first, and now it says maintain the vehicle in 3,090 kilometers. So yeah, and we're gonna put on that light, and I'm just gonna click all that because I want some nice heat while I'm driving. I'm turning off lane assist, I'm muting that, don't want that. It's a good feature, I don't want to be disrespectful, it's really good features. It warns you. Oh, it's a plastic sticker nobody has removed yet. Nice. So I put that in the trash can I have to my left side. I also have trash cans out there for the passengers. Now I have logged into the computer, and yeah, maybe if you're asking why I have blue plastic bag, well, I wasn't the one putting the blue plastic bag over the card terminal, card reader, credit card payment thing. It's we have sent a troubleshooting errand on that, so they will fix that. Meanwhile, passengers, they have to purchase their ticket in the Rese Center, which is in the city, or they can use these machines to refill their cards, or they can purchase with me here, but now they can't. But they can also buy in the app, in the Länstrafiken app, which is great. So right now I'm gonna reverse because I'm in a tricky situation here. I don't want to rip up or damage the bus. I'm just gonna turn on the lighting here and put extra so people notice me. And I'm gonna take it very smooth. I see another car down there. I don't want to mess anything up. just gonna reverse for a little bit so I can just take out my turn. Don't want to damage anything. I'm just gonna correct myself. And I'm gonna turn off that. And I'm just gonna go more to the left so I have space. I don't want to damage the gas station because then I'm just making trouble for me and my colleagues. And let's see, looking good. So we're turning back left. Traffic is clear. As I said before, it's very dead on the streets today because of holidays, which is amazing. And yeah, time to go back to Lessebo again. Man, I can't wait for the day when we get a biogas station in our town or village or whatever you call it. And here we have a stop sign, so we have to stop. I see some people, they just drive out. That's crazy. Like, so we're stopping here. And one thing I love about this Scania is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like green P, like for parking. It's called hill assist. So when I stop the bus and I just click the brake or push the brake, it activates. So if I'm in a steep downhill or uphill, we take this, I can just activate that, and it's just amazing. In the Mercedes, we had this. It was a black button to my, it was to my right side as well. So every time I stopped, I usually click that. I mean, okay, it was good, it was alright. Now we have 100% fuel, gas in the bus. Amazing. Feels good. You have a clean bus, 100% gas. I mean, life is good, I can't complain. It's 90 on this road, 90 kilometers per hour, but we're gonna slow down to 70, so I'm not pushing the gas too much. It's just unnecessary. I don't want to need to brake and stuff. I just want to, engine brake down to. So now we're driving 60 on the 70 road. I see a truck there, so I'm just gonna, ease off the throttle. I don't want to be too crazy on that because I want to make him build up more speed. I've been thinking about maybe this is later for life. I know I want to drive bus for the rest of my life. I just know that in my heart and my soul. But I think I want to drive truck as well. Maybe later when I'm, like 50 or something. Start driving truck. It looks really fun. My little brother, he drives truck. And he lives he sleeps in the truck. He's always on an adventure. He's always out driving. He's gone for like 4 or 5 days, sleeping in the truck, do his job, and then he goes back. And here's 50. I'm just gonna use the retarder 2 steps just to get some nice engine braking. I'm not using foot brake. It's 50 here. I'm just gonna free coast. I have my colleague coming out there, so. Yeah, no foot braking, just using the retarder. And this roundabout looks really cool. I'm gonna wave to my client. I know that guy, he's super cool. I usually speak with him when I'm in the depot taking a coffee. And now we go back to Lessebo, road 25 to Kalmar. We're not going to Kalmar, that would be too long, but yeah, it's that road. So we have we have 70 here. I'm just gonna, and also I don't know if you can see this, maybe my big head is in the way, but we have like small paddles on this on the lower part of the steering wheel, and we have cruise control, the distance for the cruise control, so that I can change it to like 4 car lengths, I can change. So let's say I have a car in front of me and I have cruise control activated. I can change the distance. Let's say he's slowing down and I have cruise control activated. The bus will handle all the braking for me automatically, but of course you shouldn't trust the computers. You always be ready with your foot on the brake or the retarder, but you can control the distance. And now I don't even use my foot to gas. I use this pedal to increase the speed. So now we're going to 100, and on the right part of the steering wheel next to the cruise control there is like a downhill thing. It's a cruise control, but when you go downhill. So I have it on maximum because I don't want the bus to automatically brake, etc. You know, it's not passenger friendly or driver friendly sometimes. So I've learned the hard way. So because in the beginning, the bus was braking by itself because I was not used to all these smart features. I was used to the old school thing, you know, you brake yourself, you use the retarder. But now I always put it on maximum, which is 115 kilometers. So we don't have that irritating braking, you know, when we go downhill, because we want to coast. We want to ride for free when we go downhills. We don't want to use any gas or anything. We just want to be 100% fuel efficient. So we want to take advantage of those situations. We don't want that to break down. You don't waste fuel when you brake, but you lose a lot of momentum. You lose a lot of speed that you can use to free coast. That's what I'm saying. So. It's activated, I have like a green symbol, because as you see in the front windshield here, I have 4 sensors. One is for rain, so it senses when it gets rainy on the windshield. It handles this automatically for me, and I need it now because yeah, that guy is really like pushing a lot of rain on my windshield. And then we have one of those sensors is like sensing what the speed limit is on that specific road. Like on this road it's 100 kilometers per hour and I'm pushing 95 kilometers per hour according to the card printer or card reader up there. That one. That's one. I would say that's 100% accurate. Like, of course your speed meter here should also be accurate, but if I want to know my exact speed, I always just look up fast. Now it says 96 because the bus is sensing the distance from me to that bus, to that car in front of me. So now, and I have 4 car lengths. So now we're driving 95. It's keeping good distance. I don't use any braking or any gas. But I trust the system, but not 100%. I would say I trust it like 98%. I always have my foot ready on the brake if something happens, and I always have my little finger ready for the retarder. So if something happens, I use retarder, full, and foot brake. If that's just in case of like emergency, like we're talking, we need to brake now, like we need to go down in speed now. But looks good. He has increased his speed. He's driving faster than 100, so the bus senses that, and it gets me back to 100 kilometers per hour now. There's so much good features I love with this bus, especially when we have old people or people that have trouble, you know. Now I'm gonna free coast because we have a 70 speed limit down here, and I want to free coast because I want good scores on on that little computer. So now we've been free coasting for 350 meters. I'm gonna use the retarder because we're coming, so we come down to 70. So no foot braking, just using the retarder, very smooth braking, and voila, we are at 70. I'm gonna activate the cruise control again at 70, just to keep the momentum going. So I've lived here for a year in the south of Sweden, and I truly enjoy it. I have really good friends. I have a beautiful wife, amazing wife that she helps me. I mean, we are really like supporting each other. I have really good colleagues, really good friends. Like, people are so happy down here. I mean, I'm not saying people were sad and angry where I used to live before, but I have really good people around me here, and you know, it's all about the good vibes. You know, we support each other. We have the, I mean, you can ask any question, people will help you. And now I'm gonna free coast again because the speed limit will be 50 in around 400 meters. It's some construction work down here. So now I use one step of the retarder. As I said before, we have 5 steps, but I'm going down a second. No foot braking at all because we want to free coast and we want good scores. I don't want to waste any brakes, just want the engine brake smoothly. And now we're at 50 and we can continue the journey. And also to my left, yeah, I don't know if you see this because of my big head, but to my left we have, it looks like a watch, but that tells me a lot of information. Like now it says it's 50 here on this speed limit here, and now we have 100 here, so I'm pushing 100. I'm just gonna start accelerate, sorry. I need to improve my English. And now it's called mobile aisle, that small little watch. It's not a watch, but I call it a watch. So now it says 100, so I'm cruising 100, I'm building up speed. I'm at like 85 right now, 86 according to the card reader up there. And it also gives me a lot of other details, like if somebody is very close to me with their bicycle or pedestrians, it's gonna, you know, it's like attention warner also. And also if I have a car in front of me, it's gonna display and say you are like 2.5 car lengths away from that car, etc. Very smart stuff. And also you have the lane assist, which I have disabled because I don't like when it makes noises. So I've disabled the lane assist, which is orange right now. And now I'm gonna use the free uphill here. I've no using gas, anything. It's 70 here. Because we don't want speed tickets and we don't want bad points. We want good points because we want to do the best job possible. I mean, you gotta take care of the bus as if it was your own bus. If you invested the money yourself in the bus, you have to take care of the bus. I mean, I treat this bus as if it was my own bus. And I know my colleagues do the same. We appreciate the new buses. We're super happy about them. And now we have 100 up here, so I'm just going to increase the speed. I have a colleague coming here. Gotta wave to your colleagues. Gotta show the love. So we have a big uphill here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's very steep. I can hear the engine working, really powerful engine working to get us up through this hill. And once we come to the middle, I'm gonna disable the cruise control because we want to coast for free. We don't want to use any gas when we're, you know, cruising downhill. And I'm gonna increase my the cruise control for downhill so we don't get any crazy big trucks. Look. That truck is it's called Dunderbilen. That truck you saw to my left, that purple truck, red purple, it's a famous truck. It's on a TV show here in Sweden called Svenska Truckers. It's a young girl. I don't know if she was driving that truck, but I think her name is Maja or something. I can't recall. But she's driving that big truck. I mean, I like to see, you know, young women, or not just young women, but all women drive bus or trucks. I mean, it's amazing. And we need more women, you know, driving more trucks and buses, especially buses, because I would say, like, where I work, you know, both in the city and here, I would say maybe 75% is male, 25, yeah, maybe 75% is male, 25-30% is female. We need more. Like, I try to encourage majority of my women passengers to get the bus license or truck license. You know, this is so fun. It's so fulfilling, this job. You're not just sitting on your fat ass and driving the bus. I mean, you go out, you help people, elder people, maybe people in a wheelchair, etc. I will be showing you how the wheelchair ramp works also in the Scania bus. It's super simple. You have two buttons, you have a controller, it's hanging behind me, and then you have like a plug-in at the stairs behind at the back doors. Super simple to use. So thank you, Scania, for building so easy things for us. Like, I remember the Mercedes bus. I'm not talking trash about Mercedes. I love Mercedes buses. I love the one we drove. And when you had people in the wheelchair, you know, going on the bus, it was, I mean, it took ages for the ramp to go out, and then you had to get it back, and you know, it was a hassle. But and I'm not saying that, oh, you're wasting time. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it took so much time just to, you know, fix with the ramp, with the wheelchair ramp. Now with the Scania, you know, you like boom bam, boom shakalaga in like 2 minutes. Like, it's finished. Like, so thank you so much, Scania, for, you know, thinking about that and fixing that.